Hey guys, Nick here from Just Few Studios, and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a movie review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and yes, this is a new set, been working on it for some time. It's been done also for some time, more or less. I'm adding little things here or there, just like my Spider-Man pop, and he kind of blends in with the Green Lantern pop right there. But yeah, just little things here and there that will constantly be changing and evolving, but more or less this is a set, not just for movie reviews, but for a lot of new shows in general. But let's get right on to that review we got here. I want to keep these reviews short, concise, to the point, so let's get started. Starting with everything I loved about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, first off being Yondu. Now, I will say they do kind of walk a weird line when it comes to antagonists that were bad guys in the first movie and aren't in this movie and things of that nature. But I love everything about Yondu. From his character arc to the jokes that are made, to his contribution to the story, everything, the payoffs, everything. I just love. You should see this movie for just Yondu. And my next thing that I love about this movie being that it is what every movie sequel ever should be. The payoffs are amazing. There are things that you didn't even know they set up in the first movie that they pay off and, you know, kind of remind you, call back to that in this movie. It's fantastic. Like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that was a thing in the first movie, and oh yeah, that's why Yondu was being such an asshole in the first movie, or oh yeah, that's why they did that one obscure thing in the first Guardians. Like, they legitimately make you remember things about the first movie and call back to things that happened in the first movie. It's literally, you get this, the story arc of the first movie, and this one kind of takes off right where the last one came off with a story arc that makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, of course that would happen. Totally. I'm with that. And as well as what we saw in the first movie, taken up to the next level, we got the amazing visuals. From cinematography, to set design, to wardrobe, just all the art department and camera departments, just beautiful. Lighting, beautiful. It's all beautiful. Beautiful. But is it a perfect movie? No. So here are some of my gripes that I have with it. First off, this might just be me, although according to some of the other things that I've looked up, it's not just me. Pacing seems a little off, you know? Because the biggest story arc is, I don't think this is a spoiler, they said in the trailers, Peter's dad, which is the whole point of the movie, but it's kind of, I don't know if lackluster is the right word to say, but yeah, it's kind of lackluster. In our Marvel movies, we've come accustomed to the action and the big set pieces and all that cool stuff. In this movie, you know, I do love the Guardian movies. They're smaller, more self-contained, but this was just a little meh. When you literally have just about half the movie being father-son bonding time, it's a little meh and borderline, what? As well as, and this isn't a spoiler because they're in the, like, first scene in the movie, there are these gold people who, I think it was an amazing setup. The beginning of the movie reminded me of Star Trek Beyond, the opening scene. That it feels like, hey, they're on one of their many space adventures. It's cool, it's exciting, you see this new world, these new characters, all of this, and it's great. But then the gold people stay, and it's like, it served your purpose, you can go now. They're not needed. The gold people, they really only serve a real purpose that seems adequate in the beginning of the film and the end of the film. The whole middle space they could have left out, replaced it with any other group, I don't care. The gold people just got a little excessive. Like, why do we care about these people again? Oh god, why? With that said, stay and watch all 5 end credit scenes. Oh my god, we're at a point where there's 5 end credit scenes in a Marvel movie. I will say, all 5, freaking fantastic. The best end credit scenes we've ever gotten from a Marvel movie. And that's saying something, because I still remember that Iron Man end credit scene where we first saw the famous Nick Fury. I don't know why I was about to say Nicolas Cage there for a sec. Nicolas Cage is not Nick Fury. My next little gripe I have with the movie is the antagonists. Like I kind of said before, one of the problems I have is their use of antagonists, because Marvel had its bad reputation of forgettable antagonists. Like, I don't remember half the Marvel movies' antagonists, but the weird thing that this movie did, it had a good antagonist for the most part. I'd give him a B as antagonists go in films. It's just kind of, he wasn't horrible, he wasn't great. He's not as forgettable as most Marvel villains, but he is also no Ironmonger or anything. Or Loki. He's just like, okay. But all the antagonists from the first movie, aside from Ronan, who are now the protagonists, is a weird, chunky transition there. It's like, hey, what are you doing here? Oh, you're not bad anymore? Okay, and you're here now. You're helping. Don't know why you're helping. Okay, sure, whatever. Just going with it. As well as the first Guardians, I felt was a fantastic ensemble movie. This one, however, was more of Star-Lord the movie. I mean, it definitely wasn't all Star-Lord, but I felt like Drax, for instance, he had some comedic moments, but outside of that, what did he do in this movie again? Mantis, the newest member of the team. She's cool. In the 5 minutes, she actually did stuff. Gamora, she did a few things here and there. Nebula, they had a cool arc together that probably total wasn't even 15 minutes of story. Rocket and Yondu, they did get their good screen time. Baby Groot, of course, he was adorable. But I hope you get my point. It just wasn't all there for me. So what do I give Guardians of the Galaxy 2 as a rating? I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10 stars. It's not as good as the first movie, but still recommend. But on a date, how would it do? My date night rate is a 9 out of 10 stars, just because it's so funny. And I mean, you got the Baby Groot. So what did you think of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to become a turtle today. And I will see you guys on that next video. Stay classy. Later. Woo!